another early morning words of encouragement. How y'all people doing today? How y'all people doing today? Yeah, another day. What they say, another day, another dollar. Say another day, another day of praising God. Another day of praising God. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Another day, another day. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, man, I just want to get into this. Man, let me see, is my Bluetooth off? Yeah, man, I just want to get into this society and how it is today. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I noticed out of this society, like, you could be a person that's handling all this business. You know what I'm saying? You could be paying for this, paying for kids. You feel what I'm saying? Paying for a house or paying for your rent. All these things. You gotta pay insurance. You gotta pay for your car. You gotta do all these things you pay for, and the person will still call you broke. Like a person would look down on you and call you broke, but you just pay for all these things. That's what I notice about society today. We too heavily asphyxiated on money. And I think we shouldn't look down on people that have less. You feel what I'm saying? You should never be the one that look down on a person because they have less than you. You should be always want to be that person that want to, you know what I'm saying? If a person got less than you, you want to help them out. You feel what I'm saying? You'll want to help them out. Yeah, I can feel it is one of them days that, because it's gloomy today. It's no sun out or nothing right now. It's just kind of cloudy. So it might be one of those days, one of these days, I just ramble. I just get on here and ramble. Yeah, man, it's so many stuff. It's so much stuff I want to start doing out of life, man. I'm starting to get old. I'm starting to get up out there, man. It's just like, for the young people that's out there, man, don't waste those young years partying and thinking you got the most time in the world. Don't waste them young years partying and think, because when you get older, you gonna want peace, and you gonna want relaxation, and you wanna go, and you gonna be more, you not gonna want to deal with other people bull crap. You gonna be wanting to be a person that I can dip when I want to dip away from a situation. Just in life, if you like, even if you stay with somebody, you know what I'm saying, let's say your parents or something like that, you know what I'm saying, you don't like their rules, you gonna want to dip. You're gonna want to have your own, you're gonna want to make your own rules and live your own type of way, right? But you gotta make that happen. So you gotta work hard now to do that now. Because later on in life, you're not gonna want to depend on nobody. Not even credit cards. You're not gonna want to depend on nothing and nobody. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna want to do it all on your own. You feel what I'm saying? Without no problem, with ease. And that comes from when you a kid. You should be established in whatever bread you making. You should be putting away, because your parents provide everything you need. Mostly everything you need, your parents provide. Whatever you not getting that you want, you got to learn how to deal without. Because when you get to adult, you going to have to deal without anyway. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't get it, you going to have to deal without it. So even when you a kid, when you don't get certain things from your parents, you just got to deal without it. You feel what I'm saying? Or find some way that you can work towards the getting it yourself. You feel what I'm saying? But all this stuff is almost like life lessons, man. It prepares you. It prepares you, because as an adult, yeah, man, you could. Damn, what the heck? Oh my goodness, man. Detours and stuff. As an adult, you're not gonna be able. You're gonna have to work for anything you get. You get what I'm saying? As an adult, you're gonna have to work for anything you get out of life. And then sometimes throughout life, and you can attest to this, throughout life, like you could go and meet people throughout life, they might have caviar taste, but they got a McDonald's budget. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you want caviar, but you only got money for McDonald's, but you got caviar taste. You ain't even saved up for caviar, but you want it. And that's why we gotta stop tricking our minds, man. All this stuff is nothing but a illusion. Just like a painting painted by a famous painter is only worth as much as a person is willing to pay for it. And that's anything. That's with skills or anything. That's with all this stuff. Football, basketball, baseball. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people don't be understanding, like, we the people make all this stuff possible. We the people make all this stuff possible. All this stuff possible. And they creating data centers for AI. But we the people make stuff, all this stuff possible to survive. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, just like how Michael Jordan said they overpay the players. Oh, we paying him on his potential. We think we gonna pay him $1 million, but who says basketball is worth $1 million? You say basketball worth $1 million because guess what? You go and buy the tickets. The people is the people that say basketball is worth $1 million industry. People say baseball is worth $1 million industry. You feel what I'm saying? So it's actually the people that set the standards for some of these things. And a lot of this stuff. And that's what people not recognizing. Just like any music or artists out there doing their thing on the radio, promoting violence or all that stuff, you feel what I'm saying? It's to a certain point where anybody promoting violence or anybody doing some dumb stuff, the people gonna promote it. So therefore, it's saying that this is worth a certain amount of attention or a certain amount of money. Just like coffee, people. You go out there, you drink coffee, right? You go buy coffee every morning, and people can't go without coffee, and that made it a valuable asset because people can't go. You determine that. The people that go and buy coffee every morning, go to Starbucks and buy the $5 coffee every morning, you determine the value of it because you going in there and you buying it. You feel what I'm saying? It just killed me, like, because people complain about prices, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we set the value for the prices. You feel what I'm saying? We set the value for the prices. And the people that's selling the stuff is not gonna care. Why is they gonna care when it's 10 more people? They ain't thinking like, man, let me stop. I just see somebody walking with some iced coffee. Let me stop buying this stuff for a whole week. Just everybody at one time. See, because there's going to be people at points of times that's not going to have money and not going to be able to spend money for that week. But I'm talking about everybody at one time just say, we're not going to go out and consume nothing. We're not going to go out and consume nothing. We're not going to buy anything. We're not going to fill up no restaurant lines or nothing like that. You know how big that'll be. You know how people be fed up and want to create and affect change. You know how big that'll be. Nobody using the payment system for a whole day. You feel what I'm saying? That's if you everybody just say I'm taking off a month. I'm taking off a certain day off the week of work. Everybody take off that day. Everybody schedule that day off. Nobody go in to work. People got a lot of moving points and a lot of moving power, but they not gonna move the needle because the people that's in power already know that, oh, if one of y'all do it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y'all do it, we got 100,000 people that's gonna do the opposite. We got 100,000 people that's gonna do the opposite because we got their mind trained on focus on money. Because they need the money, right? They need to pay their bills. They need to buy food. They need to put gas in their cars. Yeah. The only way you can do it if you break free from that system. I get it. I get it. It's definitely a system to keep you trapped. It's definitely a system to keep you on a loop, to keep you in the cycle. You feel what I'm saying? But either way you go with your mind, though, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say education is a lot, man. For people might not think like education is a not like man-made. No, it's education and education. You not understand. You smart enough. You can think. You got a brain. You can think. It's some people that don't got brains and they can't think. So if you got that education, you can read. You can always learn something. I need to learn how to start a fire in the woods. And I don't know how to do it, but I could read this book and learn how to do it. I could get several ways to know how to do it. Or just like with the internet. Well, if you don't got your precious AI that you got to look up and get your answer just like that. And you have to read what you got to do. Still got to know how to have some knowledge or some common sense, right? So that's why I say education is definitely the key. I'm not saying it's the key to making money, because obviously this world has already taught us that even the educated don't make the most money out here in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's some dumbasses who got a pile of money, and whatever dumbass thought or whatever dumb idea they could stick into play, guess what? They got the money to bag it up with. That's what people don't get. It's not the most of the educated people that got money, because look what they do to teachers. And you say teachers educated, right? But look what they do to teachers. Look what they do to them. They got the most precious resources, which is your kids. Got them at school, got them for a certain amount of day, and got to feed them knowledge. And they just disregard teachers. Teachers don't get nothing. They low paid and got to work all these hours and got to deal with your kids. And you know how it feel to deal with your kids sometimes. So you got a person that not even blood to these people and got to deal with them. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you got to think about. That's what people got to think about in the world. If anybody come across this video, man, and just hear, man, because you got to have, like, I don't even care, man. I'm just putting this type of stuff out in the atmosphere because I don't even care if people watch it or they don't watch it. I'm just talking because maybe later on a person will keep reaching and see and have common sense. Like, especially our government is with the least common sense. They're not here to really help us in any type of way. They're here to keep their legacy going and uphold their families and their legacy. That's what government is here for. Once you get to be a family and you powerful and you in there and you get into government, is to uphold your legacy and your family name throughout and perpetuate it throughout the years of society. That's what government is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's almost like, it's just like the Obamas, the Trumps, the Bushes. And people really think the government is here to help. People, only you can really help yourself by being a people, by being the most united force in the majority of what we should push this society to, and how we should push society forward. Because if America, all if you want is vain stuff, America, if you just sit back there, you just totally superficial and vain, listen, man, you're not going to survive, because they the ones that got that in their power right there. If you as a person in society is totally superficial and vain, society has already got you in their clutches, and they have already won your mind. They have already won your mind over. So if all you care about is the dollars, which is dollars supposed to be used for a tool to help out people, it's just a tool to help out people with the everyday functions of society. But if you're vain, you're greedy. And if you're greedy, you take. You take people, you take people money upon I'm finna go buy some food, and you finna take more of my money through taxes. You took taxes when you got my check, and now you finna take taxes on me buying some food, taking my family out to eat. Which is not a problem if them taxes are benefiting the poorest people of the working class of society. The people that take them jobs that, you feel what I'm saying, that nobody want to take, and y'all paying a less amount of money for, to get them programs and stuff like that. To give them programs and stuff like that so they can live a better life. You feel what I'm saying? And not just be paying bills just to be paying bills, and work just to pay bills, and work just to have a babysitter and stuff like that. But is the government gonna care about that? Nope. because you got the top 1%, they just greedy, and we feed right into it because guess what? Most of the people that's middle class and got money, and some of the people that got the money, and look, they feed right into the people that's in the top 1% and piggyback off of them and try to make money off of them. So they feeding all their assets into their companies and their businesses, so they can make money off of them through stocks and IPOs and whatever, you feel, investments and all that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So they hoping for a return off of everybody else ignorance that's gonna go and buy a big Tesla truck and ride around in the city with a big, that thing looks so crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why is it that big? Do it have to be that big? Can it be a little bit smaller, or is that just for everybody to know it's a Tesla on the road? That mod looks kind of crazy as heck. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's roomy, but that mod look crazy for the view standpoint. Yeah, I see people, what are you talking about? Or headliners. Yeah. You don't gotta worry what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing. Nothing you should be concerned in. I just told you, I was at the end of the video, at the beginning of the video, I said today is gonna be a ramble. I'm gonna be rambling. It's just gonna be talking. And if you ain't catch the play, you just catch the play. I'm just rambling, whatever come into my brain. That's the whole force is. I'm not trying to be scripted or topic wise. I'm just trying to, whatever I receive in my brain to say, that's how I'm trying to spit it out. That's what I'm trying to spit it out. So that's why I'm like pausing. I'm not trying to be scripted. Whatever just pop in my brain, I'm just saying it out loud. I'm not even really like responding to the chat or nothing. I'm just rambling online. Really. I ain't really even looking at the screen. I'm trying to pay attention to the road because I'm driving to work this morning. And like I said, if you woke up this morning and you was able to get out in the car and press the ignition button and start it up and press your foot on that pedal and get the going, you truly blessed this morning. God bless you with life. It's just, do you really got control over your life? You know what I'm saying? With society and what the government has placed upon us, do you really got control over your life? That's the whole thing. God gave you life, but do you got control over? You got control over in some aspect, in some ways. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why it's in your best interest to, when you first come into this simulation of this world, your best interest is to start playing the game or have parents that care enough about you in the beginning and have knowledge to start you off in the game early. and start playing for you early in the game. You feel what I'm saying? And then give you the knowledge while you're growing up on how to move through this simulation to become free of having to work a labor for somebody else dreams and goals and wealth and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? You will be knowledgeable to know that you're in this world to work for your own legacy, dreams, goals, and wealth. And I'm not saying that everybody put here to become something. It's just in your mind frame you want to think like that as a person. You feel what I'm saying? Only you know what you can do as you. Only you know what you can do. So if you that person and you that smart person and you got them ideas and you always thinking it and you feel like you not that person to be working a job or you want to work for somebody, you feel what I'm saying? You got to keep that in your mind to go out there and work on your own legacy and be here to work on your own name. You know, just like everybody else, Johnson and Johnson and Berkshire and all the famous other brands that you might go in the store and buy and put on your face and spray on your body, and you don't get what I'm saying. If anybody should get what I'm saying, you should really get what I'm saying. Should nobody feel like this is something that's hard to get. It's not. It's not. And I'm not saying you can't work for nobody's dreams, but it's a point to establish when you help somebody go forward with their dreams or help somebody establish something. You feel what I'm saying? You got a core group of people that's gonna get to the bag, because them gonna be the people that's gonna establish the base of whatever y'all company y'all present or doing or anything. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna have your accountant, you're gonna have the CEO, you're gonna have certain people that hold certain positions within inside that company. So them the people that's gonna get the top bread. You feel what I'm saying? Everything else is gonna trickle down, little effect to the little labors of doing the actual job that needs to be done. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about helping somebody else's legacy. You feel what I'm saying? When you come in as an employee or a worker, you helping somebody else fulfill their legacy and make their company bigger. And you feel what I'm saying? So that's what you do as an employee. So, but you want to come into this life thinking that you can make your own legacy and you can create your own Walgreens and you can create your own McDonald's and you can be a person like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what you want to feel like coming into this world. You want to feel like you can do. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to feel like, I just gotta chuck it up to being on the streets and sell drugs. I just gotta chuck it up to working at somebody's factory. I just gotta chuck it up to working at McDonald's. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want that type of mindset. You want a bigger mindset, and I want to build my own legacy. You feel what I'm saying? And trust me, man, everybody, I'm not saying everybody gonna make it, but when you maneuver along the way and you see people who try to do the same thing you do, guess what? when you see them ambitious people try to do the same thing you do, guess what? You bring them in on your journey. Because if you the one that's is progressing and proceeding, you gonna find them people and bring them in on your journey because they was doing the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? But they didn't quite have the full steps to make it. But guess what? They know enough where you could bring them in on your journey, and maybe they could make your success, and they could be a part of that core base that's gonna get to the bag with you. You feel what I'm saying? Then you created something with a core base, and y'all getting bread, and y'all trickling the money down to the labels. You feel what I'm saying? It's just what you want out of life. For real, it's really what you want out of life. So maybe one day somebody will see this and be like, yeah, maybe you speaking facts. Because I'm really speaking to the youth. Because us older people, yeah, man, I ain't gonna say we got a chance too, man. You feel what I'm saying? If you want to start creating something where you want to lead it to your kids, if you know your kids interested on taking that over, like, you feel what I'm saying? You want to start something up in the later years of your life, and you know your kids going, but it's no use to really starting something up if you know that legacy ain't gonna really continue. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you just just want to work and create a business, or unless you had enough money to create the business and hire employees and y'all successful as that, and you don't got to do too much but just collect money. You feel what I'm saying? You can hire enough employees where they can handle everything for you. You feel what I'm saying? But I know I like to get up on here early in the morning, man, because this is the time before I have to go to work. So I got time. I got time to talk. Who I had up in my chat today? Anna was up in the chat. Leon was up in the chat. JDT87 was up in the chat. Talking crazy. Lucas Noah was up in the chat today. Yeah. I'm glad y'all people stopped in. Y'all didn't stop in. Y'all just didn't stay that long to really hear what I was talking about. But for sure, just whoever came in and throw them likes on the screen, I love y'all people. Thank you. But yeah, man. This 18Wild, Brody, with your early morning words of encouragement. I got one more thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do out there, whatever you do, if you a janitor, if you you pick up dog crap, you a lady of the night. Have respect for everybody, man. Have respect for everybody. Everybody is not in the same situation as you. And if you look at life and the way it go, some people will be forced into bogus situations. So you can't automatically just treat people bad. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if they haven't done anything bad to you. Now, if they being ignorant to you, then you got all rights, but it's some sweet people out here, man. It's some people out here caring people out here that really care, and you know what I'm saying, they easily to get they heart broken. Easy, man. And sometimes people don't know. They like, why would you want to turn everybody into a demon? Why, like, some people get off with turning good, decent people into, you know what I'm saying, untrusting people. You feel what I'm saying? Some people get off on that, and I don't know why. But it's gonna, one day it's gonna be in a world that you're not gonna be able to trust anybody, not a soul, and it's gonna be so exhausting and so tiring when you get in that world that you really want to live in. That world that everybody really want to live in, where they can't trust a soul. that that post-apocalyptic world that keep on being put in front of our face, that's being portrayed in front of our face. The world where you're fending for yourself, and you gotta grow your own food, and you gotta trust people to be a society, and to help, and really do work, and not want to be lazy, and want to have community. You don't see that world. You don't see that world, right? Because we in a world with so much technology. I don't got to worry about it. I'm going to have Coco to bring me some food. Yeah, Coco the robot. Yeah, I'm going to have him to slide down on me and bust through a couple of bus shields, and bring me that food. Because Coco's strong. Coco busting through bus glasses. That thick bus glass, Coco, shatter. Yeah, that robot, yeah. AI, robots, all that stuff. Yeah, man. We ain't worried about that, man, because we got Coco delivering us food, and we say we chilling in our house on our VR, on our virtual vacation. Man, go out here, man, get some, ain't no sun out here today. It look gloomy today, man. Go out here and get some sun, man. I love y'all people, man. This 18Wild, man, with your early morning words of encouragement. This been another one, and I'm up out of here, because guess what? I got to go to work. All right, people.